Hi, learner buddies. Again, welcome back to my channel. Now, this is the topic that is related to the previous topic that I already covered in one of my classes, that is matter. What is matter and how the matter exists, how many types of matters are there, and also the properties of the matters. Today's topic is related to the last topic as well, but here is only one thing you have to understand, that is the physical properties of matter, which we are going to discuss about it. Why these physical properties are important? Definitely I'm going to give some example. Along with that, you have to do only one thing. What one thing? That means you have to do buckle up your seats and be present with me physically and mentally as well. So let's deep dive into the topic. First of all, physical properties of the matter are observed or measured without changing the identity of the matter. Take an example of your page. If you fold your page and just with a force, and then after folding, if you open the page again, does the texture of the page change? No, definitely not. So this is a physical change. Physical change is a change where the texture, the observation, the matter itself, matter is not changed. Identically, it would be the same matter that we get from the starting to till now. Like same as a color also, the shape also, state of the matters from one one particular state to the another state. So these all are physical properties. So physical properties actually don't change the identity of the matter. The if suppose that the identity of a matter is itself is a page, and after folding that page, the page itself remains the same. It don't change from the one particular sense to the another. That means it is a physical property. Physical properties don't change the identity of that particular matter. I hope the definition of the physical properties is clear to you. Now, there are types of physical properties. There are lots of physical properties. We are going to discuss about it. These physical properties are never gonna change. I'm going to give you example as well. First example is mass. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. It is like obviously it is measured in grams. Now you have to tell me how much kilogram of weight that you have. That is slight bit kind of a different from mass, but you can tell me. Okay, and the volume is the space that is occupied by an object. Basically it is the thing that we measured in a liters. Okay, now mass and volume itself are a physical properties. Okay, take an example of a glass of water. If you pour the glass of water from glass to the bottle, to the water bottle, does the matter change? No, water remains the same. So it is a physical property. Matter doesn't change here. So this is again the physical properties we are talking about. Now, the next is density. Now, what is density? Density is how much mass is packed into a fixed volume. Like each type of matter have a specific density. Take an example of water again. Water have 55.55 density. That means in between the everything, because there are hydrogen, oxygen. Don't worry about that. Don't panic over this thing only, because here you only have to remember about the density, that how the mass is packed into a fixed volume. Now take an example of two things that is already given in front of you. One is a sponge and one is a brick. Brick is a more dense, sponge is like a fluffy one, so it is a less dense. So it can be found by dividing the mass by the object of its volume. So you have to remember only one thing here, the formula of the density. Density is equal to mass by volume. That means density is nothing else but it is a mass packed in a fixed volume. If the mass is large, the density would be large, and if the volume is less as compared to the mass, then also the density is great. So this is also density is also a physical property. The properties are not going to change after any kind of reaction or after anything. So this again representing the physical properties. Now very important yet interesting property it is a melting and boiling point. First of all, the temperature when a substance changes from solid to liquid, like from ice to water, that is melting. And if the temperature, I'm talking about the temperature when a substance changes from liquid to gas, that means from water to water vapors, that is boiling. Yes, and I know that you have a slight bit of a confusion that is really melting and boiling point are the physical properties. Definitely these two are physical property. I am giving you one quick example of this. When you just boil the water, then what happens? Water change from one phase to the another phase. Water change from water liquid to the water vapor. But again, the same thing, the water remains the same. Take an example of the melting. When you just put a cube in the glass, ice cube in the glass, after some time ice cube melts and it converted into the water. It is a melting process. Do you think that water change? No, water in the freezing form and water in a liquid form, both are same. Physical properties, appearance may be different, but the physical properties are same, because these are exactly same to each other. Only the difference is the phase. At a one point, the water is present in the phase of ice, and in the second form, it is present as a phase of liquid. This is the only difference. Now, conductivity. Okay, what is the conductivity? Conductivity is basically the material allow the heat or the electricity to pass through. Take an example of the metals. Whenever you just put, whenever your father just put something like in a plug, or just want to actually do something related to the electricity, your mom always says that there is a there are some kind of you have to place or on a wood only, and that is also a very good thing. In a wood, basically wood is a bad conductor of electricity. Your mom said that ki okay, place on a wood, place on anything that wood, just stand up on a wood. What does this mean? This means that wood don't conduct electricity. But again, the same thing, conductivity itself is a physical property. It changes from one phase to the another phase, but it never changes its matters. So this is also very important, and you have to also remember that. I know according to your age this is a slight bit of advanced topic, but what else do you think that about it? We are learning new things daily, so this is one point. And next thing we are going to do, that is magnetism. Okay, this is also a physical property. How the substance that can attract or repel magnets are the property having of a magnetism. Example, take an example. Most metal objects are magnetic, like plastic, wood are not, definitely. Most of the metal objects are magnetics, like plastics and woods are not. Okay, now I think you have a short magnet in your home. Now, when you attract some metal with that particular magnetism, do any of that particular material change? Definitely no. They just attract to each other. They just repel to each other or attract to each other. They just don't and never change the matter of that particular thing. So this is also a magnetic. Magnetism is also a physical property. Now, let's wrap up this meeting with the real life applications where you have to know about that. Is these kind of application are also present in our daily life? Yes, definitely they are. There are three examples in front of you. You have to do only one thing. Give me the proper answer. First of all, find an accountable partner and discuss all these things with that, and then only give me the answer. Okay, now my task I already had done. I'm giving you one point over this thing. First, these three professions are, one is engineer, other one is chef, and other one is scientist. Engineers use physical properties to choose the material for building. They use for the building material different kind of materials. You know that physical properties, like they use cement and kind of thing, and they just use it with the water and then just to paste it on the walls and that and all the building material. So this is again the physical change. They don't change the texture of that particular material. They only change the phase from one phase to another phase and then use it in that particular building material. Chef. Chef again, it is a melting and boiling point. Now this is very important. You have to tell me about this answer, that how chef use the physical property to cooking. So you have to give me that particular thing. I am giving you answer of the third one, scientist. Scientists also identify the substances basis upon their properties, like what kind of liquids are there, what kind of gases, what the phases are there, how differently they are using. So scientists use all these things in their daily life, and that's very important to you understand about it. So these are all about the real life examples. Now this is all about today's topic. I know it is a slight bit kind of a more advanced topic for you, but you have to learn it, and if you learn it, it would be really very easy for you to understand. So this is all about the topic, and this is a wrap up of this class. But you have, just before taking and leave, you have to tell me one thing as well. This is related to the real life example. You have to give me also one other profession as well. Besides of all these professions, engineer, chef and scientist, you have to also give me one other real life example, one other real life explanation or a profession where physical properties use. Okay, done. That's great. That's all for today. I hope that you learned today something new, and that's all what I want, and this is purpose of the class. That's all for today. Great. Happy learning. Bye.